Hey, y'all. Hey, it's Danny.
Hi, everybody. It's your girl, Joanne.
Hey, guys. It's Trell, and this is
The Team. We are back again for another bomb-ass episode per usual.
Woo-woo.
Episode 70.
70.
We're here.
Wow.
Big 70.
And the crazy thing is, could you imagine if we actually recorded every week?
Right.
It's 140 episodes.
Yeah. We'd be on season 3 or something.
We are what? Almost 3 years in?
Yeah.
2.5 years?
Time is really kind of going by fast. I feel like we just celebrated our 2-year anniversary. So
we celebrated as much as we could.
As much as we could.
Because COVID.
Yeah. We're hoping to do a little more for year 3.
Yes, hopefully.
Probably won't be able to do an event. Not even going to try that.
Fingers crossed, though. Fingers crossed.
But,
it'll be a little bit better by then.
We'll see.
But let's hop into it. Weekend recap. What's up? What y'all do?
My weekend was pretty good. This last 2 weeks, honestly, I feel like I've been so busy. But this last week was busy between Thanksgiving, and I actually worked on Thursday. I did a couple clients. I've been going since Thursday, nonstop. Had a photo shoot today, which is technically Sunday that we're recording this. So I've been doing that all day. And now I'm here, ready to go to bed.
Cute. Okay, so let me rewind. So the following week. The previous week. Sorry, it's late. The previous week, I attended my friend's launch party.
Oh, yes, I forgot.
Shout out to Julie.
Totally
forgot.
Right.
Madison Lashes. She had a launch party. It was very cute. She had about 24 bosses in the building, and we got to see her new products. So that was cute. And then that Sunday we were here. But I do have a disclaimer. So on our last episode in the beginning, I was telling you about my weekend, and I was sharing that I took my little sister. I took my little sister out. First, she wants you guys to know she's grown. Second,
Joanne, you made her sound like she was a teenager.
Right,
to me, she is. But no, she was like, tell your listeners that I'm 25 years old. So, guys, she's not little. And then I commented on her friend. I said her little friend. And, it's not her little friend. He has a name.
So basically, they got you together.
Yeah. Yes. Basically. They got me together. His name is Brandon. So, Brandon, I'm sorry. And by the time this comes out, it'll probably be his birthday. So, happy birthday, Brandon. See, guys, I do apologize.
That's silly.
My weekend. Yeah, I went to the Madison Lash product launch as well. I forgot.
Totally
that was last
about
weekend.
That. I had a good time.
Yeah. Was it her sister-in-law that did the decorating?
Yes.
It was very nice.
Jess did a really good job.
Very cute.
She's flourishing.
We live for a cute event, a well put together, organized event.
Yeah.
What else? Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah,
Some fam came in town. And they're gone now.
Chill, sis.
I'm very happy about that. We went to Squirt's game night.
Oh yeah.
How was that?
It was cool. We was the only ones playing games.
It was fun. I laughed a lot.
Fun. Yes, we did laugh a lot.
Laughed a lot.
It was a room full of hood niggas that didn't want to play no games.
I was about to say, we love hood niggas.
We do, but
low key,
they was cool, I guess.
Good street.
What else? Yeah, that's it. That's all I did. Been working on my final project. That was it.
That's good. Sounds like everybody's been having a good
Yes.
weekend.
Gotta improve. Gotta expand the skill set.
Yes, definitely. You gotta drop that line, Jeff.
Yes. Okay. So here we go. It's R&B. If you keep me warm each and every night, I'll be all right because I need you in my life. I'll give you a hint.
I'm trying to
It's her season.
Give me some melody, Joe.
Mariah Carey.
It's Mariah Carey.
What? I don't know what song.
Say the lyrics again.
It's Thank God I Found You.
I don't listen to
How does
Mariah
that
Carey
song
like
go?
that, honestly.
I don't know.
Thank God I found you.
I'm not even going.
Yeah,
but you said that it's her season, so
it is her season.
It is her
right.
season. It's the day after Thanksgiving.
That's funny.
It's automatically
it's her season.
Mariah Carey season.
She had a video
listen too
the day
much of
after
Mariah.
Halloween.
Yeah.
Right.
Going through
like,
that.
Yeah.
Coming soon. Ooh, it's hot.
That's funny.
Why? Oh, you picked it because it was her season?
Yeah.
Oh. I was like, why you pick her? Ain't nothing going nowhere.
Yeah, that one I would never got that. I don't listen to her like that at all. Like some old stuff. Like
I should have picked Jay because
but
his birthday's next week, but
it's this week.
well, yeah, this week.
But
technically, it'd be what, Thursday?
No,
Friday.
Friday, yeah.
What I was gonna say? Damn, I forgot. I do listen to her just at this time of year though.
At this time of year, yeah.
Like I put on her like Pandora station or whatever.
Yeah, same.
Like when we did our Christmas pictures last year, I put it on just to can't
Have
be
some
quiet
music.
at the set. So
Right.
just getting the holiday spirit. But what's in the hot top show?
The hot top. So, we're probably going to be talking about this until January 20th.
Because everybody is.
Right.
I'm so over it.
Right. But it's like new developments every day.
Yeah.
So he's finally transitioning in and he's getting his cabinet together.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. 45 still hasn't really conceded or really come to terms that it's over, bruh. But the transition has started. So he's picking a couple people. So Biden is picking a couple people to be in his cabinet.
Yeah, I seen I would like a more diverse group, but he's picking
age-wise too.
some qualified people.
Which is good.
I can't say that.
Which is
They
good.
are qualified. I would just like to see a more diverse,
Yeah.
race-wise and age-wise,
Yeah.
cabinet.
Yeah. But he has a couple people.
It's a couple like
Right.
first, like the Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen. I think I'm saying it right. She's like the first woman to hold that position.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then Secretary of Homeland Security, Alejandro. I'm not even going to butcher your last name. Mayorkas. I guess I'm pronouncing that right. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I think he's the first Hispanic, maybe,
Yeah.
to hold that position. So it's a couple firsts.
That's good.
I seen
A little bit of diversity.
on my way here.
Well, as long as they qualified.
Yeah,
Just put somebody.
As long as you're qualified and you're
Yeah.
not about to come on board.
Yeah,
and
just put somebody in that know what they doing.
Yeah.
And that's gonna do us right.
Yeah, honestly, at this point.
I seen on the way here, Kamala tweeted, I think it was like an article, or I don't remember where it was from, but she tweeted the White House communication staff. It's like all women.
Well, that's good.
Okay.
Might have been like 2 or 3 black women. It was Biden's
Chief of Staff.
yes. She's
That's
in
good,
here.
because
A
men don't be
Haitian
know how to
woman.
communicate.
They're gonna get it right.
Don't be know how to communicate. So yeah, they be going through
Yeah,
stuff.
Biden got himself a Haitian woman.
Yeah, we'll see what else. What other picks he has. He gotta give. I keep saying it, but Bernie.
I thought I saw that he was gonna. I seen something. His picture was there with somebody else.
Yeah, it was like I don't think it was
I didn't read
for
it.
sure, but it was just like maybe some candidates, some possibilities.
Right.
For what position? I didn't actually.
I don't
I just
remember.
seen.
I've been saying that too.
picture.
Like he needs to give him something because he truly deserves it, and he definitely knows what he's talking about. I watched an interview he did, and he predicted the elections to the T.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I'm like, that boy know what he talking
That boy
about.
good.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate he just didn't have the political backing. And usually
Yeah.
when a former vice president is running, you usually don't go against that. It's like honorary shoo-in.
Yeah.
So, it's unfortunate. But, Biden, hopefully you give him a job.
something.
What else did I see? I read this morning. It was a Forbes article. Us folks that went to college got student debt, student loans. So he's trying to, I think
10,000.
it was 10,000
Yeah.
that he proposed. And I don't know if this is recent or something that she was saying during her campaign, but Elizabeth Warren was trying to do 15,000 or
Yes.
50,000 or
The more
something
the,
like that.
The more the merrier.
Right.
So I don't know if that was just like I can't remember if it was something that she proposed earlier or is it something that
This
she's
is my
trying
first
to
time
get
hearing this. I don't know.
or something that she's trying to,
Wipe it out.
get
wipe
in there
it
now.
clean. Do it, Jesus.
Something make something
Shit.
shake. Shoot.
You can wipe my shit out.
Right.
That's what everybody waiting for. Just us
Hell
all to
yeah.
meet, all
Clean
to see.
slate.
I'll take the 10.
Right.
10 is cool.
I'll take the 10. It's
Something
something.
better than right. Something better than nothing.
Put a dent in it.
Because he
Right.
was Biden was saying that, you know, people are choosing between paying your rent and paying your student loans, and that shouldn't be, which is true.
Absolutely,
It
shouldn't
is
be.
true.
Student loan payments are ridiculous.
Absolutely shouldn't be. But a lot of people need to know too, though, that there are options outside of the fact that there's a pandemic going on. There are options so that you can get a more affordable payment, or defer them, or put them in forbearance if you can't pay them now. But
As of right now, I exhausted my options. I gotta wait a little while.
Yeah. I don't think I've exhausted all my options just yet.
For the majority part, I paid out of pocket, but I have a little something that I'm paying.
I'm like 40 in, so I can
out
take
of
that.
Pocket. That's probably why I hesitate. So
I'm
much
like
to
that
go back
much,
to
and it
school.
ain't got no damn degree. And I don't got that much debt. Because
Well, you
me doing
better
medical
go-
assistant alone was expensive as fuck. That's where most of. I'm lying. I don't have that much debt. I'm calculating, like, including like my car note. I've been thinking about when I look at my credit report, what it be saying.
Okay.
However, it is up there. But it was like when I did medical assistant, that was more than anything else I've done. Like, ridiculous.
I'm about to say, you better go. You took out that loan. You better go use it. You better go back.
Right.
I've got good use out of it enough. I'm done with it now.
What, the medical assistant part?
Mm.
Yeah. What else? What's on the docket? What else is up there?
What else? So, the gang, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air gang, celebrated 30 years of being on air. They were one of 3 black sitcoms 30 years ago. So recently they had a special on HBO Max, and the whole cast reunited, including Black Aunt Viv, dark-skinned Black Aunt. And you know what?
Black
I
Aunt
meant to
Viv.
say dark skin.
That was one of the
And
first little promo clips he was sharing. The two of them. It was cute though.
And when Will was introducing her, he said the same thing. He said dark skin. And my thing was like, why do we have to like say dark skin? We just say OG Aunt Viv, the first Aunt Viv. Like, why do we have to identify her as dark skin Aunt Viv?
Yeah.
That kind of annoyed me.
That's just like, yeah.
It's something that we do, I guess, when we describing people.
Right. But that's what we need to stop doing. But anyway.
It's like, oh,
I get
Marquise,
your point,
which one Marquise? The light skin one or dark skin one?
Right. Yeah.
It kind of annoyed me.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I get it.
So she came back. And it was so cute. They had a cute tribute to Uncle James Avery, Uncle Phil. They just seemed like a happy family. Like, what we saw on air was real.
Mm-hmm.
And Hillary was just saying how she was the only child, and she said it really broke her heart when the show ended because this was her family.
Yeah.
So it was really good to see. He sat with the OG Aunt Viv, and they spoke it out. And I never knew that she was really pregnant on the show.
Oh,
me
She
either.
was really pregnant on the show.
Pregnant in real life.
Yeah, she was really pregnant in real life. And she's going through a hard time at home, so it made her a little uneasy at work. Because sometimes your home life spills over to your work life.
Yeah.
And no one knew what was really going on. And so Will kind of said she was difficult to work with. And, you know, that kind of broke her heart. And that's how the feud between them came about, because then she was kind of blacklisted. Once you label a black actress difficult, no one wants to work with you. So 30 years later, they put their differences to the side.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of the little promos that he did, and you know, the little confessionals. And I'm very intrigued. I heard good things about it. I haven't watched it yet, but I do intend to watch it.
It was good.
Soon.
It was good. It was very heartfelt and authentic, and I think Will does a good job at that.
Yeah.
Of trying to capture those like human moments. But it was good. It was something that he wanted to do, right?
It was something he wanted to do, yes. He
It was good.
brought
I didn't
it
realize
together.
It's been that long.
Yeah,
Oh
I felt like it was later in the, like maybe like 94, 96-ish. But no, it was
my
30.
whole life.
Right.
Damn near. Like, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
So what were that? Because you said it was 3. What were the other 2? Sitcoms.
Girl, I couldn't tell you.
Back 30 years ago, I don't know.
I'm sure I didn't watch it.
Because I can't even think like what I think it would be. I'm nothing's coming to mind.
I don't know what I was watching. I was watching Dallas. Something
Was
out of
it? Martin was on during that time,
It was
right?
30 years ago though?
in the later in the 90s.
Martin.
Yeah.
Was later in the 90s. I don't
'Cause
know. I
Biggie
can't
was
even
up
think
there.
of what was. Oh, Martin?
Yeah.
I never seen that episode.
You never seen it?
I don't think
Have you
so.
watched all the Martin episodes?
Probably not.
When
To tell
PM,
you the truth-
PM came in here like,
Tell you the truth, I
Probably
haven't
not.
really.
For sure, that's something I can definitely binge watch because it'd be a lot of new shit.
Right.
'cause,
I think they're trying to go on tour with him, right?
Yeah, I haven't really
No,
watched
I
Martin
didn't
like
see
that.
that.
Like, I'm not a good Martin person.
Yeah,
I
me
love
either.
Martin.
Like,
That's my go-to.
Yeah, and right, even now, like when the reruns come out, I don't really watch it, but maybe I'll have to check it
I have
out.
so much things.
I'm mad because niggas got what we got now? Fire Stick.
Mm,
So I have to pay for like BT Plus.
Oh, okay.
So I
yeah.
can watch it whenever I want. I'm like, that's corny. But I don't have regular cable. I
me either.
got regular cable, it comes on.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like,
Let's talk
another
about
thing I gotta pay for.
this subscription.
Well, you could pay for a BET Plus and then give us your information since niggas is paying for everything else.
listen.
What are you paying for?
Wasn't you using my HBO or my Hulu or something?
I'm on your Hulu.
Yeah, she sure is.
But you used
She
and then I pay for
probably
it,
HBO.
So now it's your turn.
No,
I think
Yes.
she's
I
a
know I had got my own HBO to watch P Valley.
But prior to that,
What was I watching?
Insecure.
No,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Well, you should.
No,
You-
I thought that
you
was
did-
yes, yeah.
It's your turn, sis. Get BET Plus.
I ain't get that shit.
No, seriously, I have so many subscriptions. It's got to end.
Same.
Like, it's
got-
really got to end.
Yeah, I got a few. Because I mean, I feel like that's the wave now. Like, ditch cable, get you a few
I
subscriptions
have-
because it still don't even equal up to what you about to pay.
Did you? Oh,
For
I
cable.
saw that Netflix is going to $17, and I'm like,
Yeah.
thank you, God.
Oh,
I'm
is it?
not.
Yeah,
I have Netflix, but I'm not paying for it.
I just started paying for my own Netflix recently.
Yeah, I'm not. Around.
I mean, I paid $14, so I guess $3 ain't gonna make no difference.
and
Dang.
I never find nothing to watch. Like, first of all, I don't watch TV. So when I do, like, okay, I'm gonna sit down and I'm trying to watch them. I don't ever find anything to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm flicking through. I'm like, none of these movies
Yeah,
appeal
excite
to me.
you.
Right? I'm like, But yeah, I don't pay for anything.
Lucky you.
I only use Joe's Hulu. Like, I used it today.
I got 10 people on my Hulu. I was
She
looking
got
at
mad at me.
I was looking at the names. I'm like, damn, they let all these people on.
Right? Because I thought you can't.
I
even
wanted to
watch
ask
it.
you about one of the names, but I won't do it right now.
That's stupid.
I'm like, who is this?
I didn't give it to no guy, so that's all. Like
Okay.
those are the kids. Those are the kids, and then it's Beck and
And
you.
me.
Nope.
Nobody.
My
It's
Hulu
all
just
the
me,
kids.
my mother, and AJ.
On your Hulu?
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
Oh, and then I did not realize that I have Amazon Prime.
yes.
Yes, if you got Prime, you automatically got Prime Video.
No, but I didn't even know that I had
That you
Prime.
had Prime?
Yes. I'm like, when the fuck did I get this? I having to look at my statement or something. I was
Right.
like, oh, I have Prime. I used to ask Alicia to order shit on
That's
her
funny,
Prime.
bro.
And I was like, oh, I have it myself?
Yes.
Okay. And then I started going through Amazon Prime.
They usually got the same stuff that Hulu got.
Yeah.
Amazon Prime has a different world, and I'm obsessed with that show. But because it's on Amazon Prime and I'm not usually up there, I don't really access it too much.
Though. I binge watched it twice.
When it was on Netflix and they took
No,
it
I
off.
binge watched it twice from
On
Amazon Prime.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
Mm.
There's so many things to watch
Well, I
now.
binge watched the whole series and then I went back and just watched a couple.
Well,
Yeah.
are you rooting for anybody, Trev?
Just Saturday was Small Business Saturday, so just shouting out the local small businesses around town. I'm actually going to start, in lieu of my typical rooting, shouting out small Black businesses, but especially the ones that are local to us here in New Haven, Connecticut. So hop in our DMs, shoot us an email at theteampod@gmail.com. Wait, what is it? The Team Podcast at gmail.com if you want to get your business shouted out on an episode. And don't forget, guys, we also have sponsorships and promos. So
Yes, we do.
hit us up.
Yes,
Hit us up. I just
because there's so many businesses out there. So
on the
plug.
way on the plug
Be
on the
plug.
way in here, I was buying a trucker hat from Concrete, and I was like, their story disappeared. So I'm like, oh, I can't even place the order. So I hit up both of the first. I hit up one. They didn't answer me back. So I had to hit the other one. I'm like, do you guys still have this? He was like, yes, Joey, we have it. We'll put it to the
We
side for you.
support.
Always.
Yes.
Always.
And I'm like, I'm not buying anything. I'm like, I'm such an impulsive.
I'm due to buy something from Concrete. So
I'm such an impulsive shopper.
Oh man.
I didn't even get to do like much shopping Friday or Saturday or Friday because I had clients. So I was trying to like get stuff done because I needed to order stuff for the business. So I was trying to place orders in between, but I didn't get to do.
Listen,
really
I wasn't gonna buy anything.
Did y'all start Christmas shopping at all?
No,
I don't have anyone to buy Christmas presents for.
I ain't started Christmas shopping. I keep saying I'm gonna buy a tree every other day. I still have yet to go get the tree. That's the goal for this week, though.
My mom's birthday is right after Christmas, so I always say like,
right after
January 6th.
Oh,
so she'll get like a birthday gift. So I'll start buying now for her, but I don't really have anybody. And I wanted to do Secret Sunday for us.
True. I'm not motivated to do anything, and,
Me either.
and AJ hasn't even asked for anything for Christmas yet.
I'm not doing nothing for no adults.
I've been somewhere now, aside
going
from
to
Secret Santa.
I finished my child's shopping. I'm not buying her nothing else. She got toys, books, puzzles. I bought her some clothes because Zara was having a sale. But I'm not doing nothing else because she's going to get from other places. So I'm like, she's good. And her birthday's in February, so she's going to get more. So sis is good.
It's the season for her.
But I got to get the babies right. I was on Gap looking for the babies. I have a few babies in my life that I haven't gotten a chance to hold and be around because they're not in Connecticut. And can't go see them yet. And then we got the new little man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to get the babies right.
That's all I'm doing. Gotta get something for Godson. But that's easy because he's like 2 days old. So. That's simple. I think for AJ, I had been saying prior, like earlier in the year, that I was trying to make sure I get a TV on Black Friday. That's the only thing I wanted to buy. Did not get a TV.
Well, you
should
still
have said
could do
something.
it.
I know I can still do it, but I'm just saying, like, that's what I've been thinking this whole time. But once it came around, it totally slipped my mind that that's what I wanted to buy for Black Friday. But I think, just like get his room, like fix up his room a little bit, buy something for Godson, Day is Zakai, the kids, my god sister.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
Yeah, I wanted.
We usually do like the grab bag. I got one
yes.
with Track House,
Yes.
and then like for the family, we usually do like you pick 3 things on a list or whatever. You get your one person, and then that's it. So that's the only adult that will get something.
It doesn't feel like the holiday season. Even for Black Friday, I was on the phone with you guys and I'm like, yeah, I'm not going out to buy anything. But of course, after I got off the phone, I went on a site, and I'm big on Jean Michel Basquiat. So I bought some of his like gear. I bought like 5 things. So I did that, and I was like, I wasn't even planning to buy this stuff, but I feel like
You was about to get cursed out. I thought you was going to say you left the house. Like you couldn't go with us.
Looked at me.
no, I didn't leave the house. No, but I got on the web while I was on my back, scrolling.
I was on my back.
Who says that?
Oh Jesus!
Nobody really tried it with me this week. Yeah, nobody tried it with me this week.
I guess a couple of people tried it.
I really don't be having them problems since I left my horrible job.
That's true.
My family was just getting on my nerves. So I guess they could try it. They tried it.
No one
That's the usual.
Right.
No one really hasn't tried it, but if they did, I probably wouldn't say on air. But I don't think anything comes to mind like really, really trying it.
Yeah. I mean, I get a few emails sometimes at work and they be trying it, but
It's been peaceful for the most
nothing
part.
that deep.
Yeah, no, I have nothing.
That's good.
It's been
wonderful.
peaceful.
We're in a peaceful place.
Right.
That's wonderful. All is well.
All is well.
Oh God.
No, that's my thing.
I got a QTNA though, and then we can hop right into it.
I
Yeah.
had a QTNA too.
You
but
got
go
one
ahead,
too?
yes.
Oh, both.
You do yours first. Mine's kind of will bring us right into our topic, I guess.
Well, we kind of chatted about it, but I felt like we should bring it to the podcast because we have talked about the other part of this. And I was saying,
I know what it is.
yeah, I was watching a movie called The Otherhood. It was pretty good.
I wanted to watch it. Is that with Kier? Who was in it?
No, Angela Bassett. It's about like mothers, but they're like in their 50s.
Yes,
I
and
think
their
I've
kids
seen
are
it,
out
and
of
I was
the
saying
house.
I wanted to watch it.
They're empty nesters. Yeah, it's pretty good. I think you might like it. It's kind of humorous. But in the movie, the 3 mothers are married, and their husbands used to go on like these fishing trips.
Mm-hmm.
And one husband had, I guess, met a little girl. He said, "You bring your friends, I bring my friends. We could be friends."
Oh Lord!
So all the husbands cheated.
All of them.
The 3 women, their husbands cheated.
Sheesh.
So one woman divorced her husband. The other forgave her husband and continued their marriage. And then Angela Bassett's character, she had no idea that he cheated. Mm-hmm. So they went on throughout their life and stuff, and he passed away. But they told her that he cheated
after he died.
He at this point he was dead for probably like 6 years or so. Mm-hmm. But on our very first episode, Girl Talk, we said that if we seen or had knowledge of our friends,
Joey said.
Okay, Joe said that if we had knowledge or seen our friend's man or husband cheating, we wouldn't say anything. So on the reverse side, now you're the friend and you find out that your friend knows that your husband cheated on you, but didn't tell you. How would you feel?
I feel that way because it's like, why you ain't tell me that? Why you got me walking around looking stupid? You supposed to be my friend.
Well, this is pretty interesting. I watched that movie, but I didn't remember that all their husbands cheated together. So in that case, I think I would say something because we're like, bitch.
But do they? But in that situation, do the wives know that they all cheated together?
Yeah.
Or are they just thinking it's separate situation?
Nope. They all went up to the Berkshires.
Oh, okay. So in that case, I'm surprised they didn't tell homegirl, like, it ain't just you, sis. We on the same boat.
Yeah, I feel like especially in that sense, like if you knew it was like all of them together, like why?
It's no shame. We all got cheated on.
Because like we going through this, like I'm just gonna leave you to the side, like letting you think everything's sweet when I know.
And the funny thing is,
I know he was with my man, like at the same time.
The funny thing is Angela Bassett's character, she praises her man. Mm-hmm. So they had to sit here and listen to her talk about how great her husband was. They sided on her like, Trick, he wasn't that great. Mm-hmm. But they didn't say anything.
That's weird. I feel, that's so weird. I said when we did girl code that I would say something. It depends on the relationship. Like if clearly they have a relationship.
No, they're best
they're
friends.
Close enough. Yeah. Their spouses and stuff are traveling together or whatever.
I don't. Yeah. And if they didn't have like a little argument, it would have never came out.
And then because now it's coming out because we having a heated discussion. No,
and it wasn't like it was 2 white women and the black woman Angela Bassett. The 2 white women were arguing, and that's kind of how it came out. Mm-hmm. And they didn't even tell her. So Angela Bassett was like, "Wait a minute!" Like she sat down and she started putting shit together in her head. She's like, "Well, did Finn, her husband, cheat? What'd she say? Did the prostitute had a friend for him too?" Mm. And the white lady said she was full of friends. Mm. So yes,
she was full of friends.
She had a lot of friends.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out because I've been seeing it.
No, it was a cute little movie. I don't even know if it's still on Netflix anymore. Mm-hmm. It is?
That's where I've been seeing. Yeah, I'm on.
Yeah, it was a cute movie.
I thought it was a series at first because I had seen my mom like watching it. So I was like, oh, maybe she found like a new series or something to watch. And then in the midst of me looking for something to watch, I was like, oh, let me check this out.
Because I always say, because you know how you be like, when you go to a funeral, better not be nobody showing up, right? So I always be like, because you don't know how you're going to be until you're in a situation. But I always feel like I feel some type of way if I found out after the fact because I can't react. Like I've
seen that happen
it up with you. Like I'm just mad because now you're gone.
Yeah, you can't like say anything. I can't say anything. You can't get no questions. Yeah, no answers from this person. Yeah,
I've seen that happen at a funeral. Like me and my friend was like, oh shoot, she's about to go to casket. Like it was.
Was it a Haitian funeral?
No, it was quite entertaining, but not really.
Oh my God! Look at you laughing at other people's misery.
It was so scandalous.
Yeah, I would have to say something.
In that case, I would say something because sis, we're
all going through it together.
We all going through it together.
You have no reson to lie because that was part of the reason why
are you lying? But like, sis, why am I lying? My husband was there too. Like he cheated on me too.
Right.
So get a grip, get a bottle of wine. Let's cry together. So I would tell him that.
I would say something. Like if it was a friend, but I would be mad. I'm like, nigga, you kept this secret.
And then you want to tell me, like, let it come out 6 years after the fact. Like, you could have just said
But technically, they wasn't even talking to her. They were amongst each other, and they just forgot that she didn't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'll be mad. I'll be hurt. Like, you kept a secret, like, about my husband.
Because it's not even like you just knew and you kept it to yourself. It's like y'all both know.
So y'all both laughing at me?
Right. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all better fucking tell me.
I already said I was.
You better tell me. If you feel like you better come with some proof then, sis.
Moving forward.
You want me to tell you?
If you want. Of course you did.
I'm here. No, damn
Danny
well you
would
care.
probably just randomly text me one day with pictures. Bang, 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 bang. I'm like, thank you, Danny.
Nah, I'm not going to just put pictures. I'm going to have to tell you. Because I feel like some stuff shouldn't be said in a text message.
Right.
Like, because you don't like the tone and everything.
That's true.
Right.
So I would have to like call you or something. But then you going to know something else. Like,
something like that.
What, Danny?
Yeah, something like that. I would.
She'll come up with
call you or tell you like when I saw you in person.
She'll pop up with an envelope and just be like, here.
I'm going to slide it.
Here you go. Well, my QCNA kind of has to do with our topic. So would you rather have no friends at all or one friend who is super loyal and reliable but narcissistic as fuck?
I'll do a narcissistic.
I don't know. I think I'd have to just say no friends. Because you can have a bunch of associates. They don't got to be like
That's true.
friends.
I think I can tell.
I can deal with a narcissistic person. Like, granted, you don't have. It's not like you're dealing with your friend on a regular basis,
Right.
like every single day. But still,
I could deal with it because I know how to shut people up. I know how to tune it out.
mm-hmm.
So you can be narcissistic all you want. I'll just turn the dial. I think I could deal with it.
But are narcissistic people loyal? Like,
I think they can still have some loyal tendencies. Like if I need you for something, I can rely on you. However, you still make everything about yourself. Like I just called you because my car got a flat tire.
They'll come there, but
they're gonna talk. Nah,
all about you this whole time.
Nah, I can't. I'd rather have some associates. Like I'll just call when I need. Like let's go out to eat or something because I can't take that.
Me either.
But for so long,
you said you could turn them off, but I feel like what kind of relationship is that? Or friendship is that? If I just gotta tune you out all the time.
I'm sure I've dealt with I'm
sure you have too.
A lot of narcissistic people.
I'm sure you'll have.
And I guess I could say I've been dealing well, so I'm sure I can just tune them out.
I don't know.
Especially if it was like one friend. Like no, it's if you got a few friends, like I ain't got to deal with
that
you
are narcissistic.
No, not that are narcissistic. That are just a few friends in general, but having just this one friend who just is narcissistic, it's just unnecessary stress and annoyance and my patience wearing thin when I don't have to. I might as well just not have no friends.
Yeah, at this point right now, no, I'd rather just not have any friends and you just stress me the fuck out.
Yeah.
I mean, not having friends is cool too. Like I like doing stuff solo and just living the solo life. So I guess I can go either way.
Yeah.
I can go either way.
I don't think I don't know. Because I've had, the same friends for years and none of them are narcissistic and I can't think of anybody, a woman, like niggas, yes. But I can't think of a woman that I've come encounter with that's like narcissistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, niggas, I don't know. I feel like it's such a nigga trait, but it could be a female trait too.
It very well can be because I
is
feel
a
like,
nigga trait.
and we gotta talk about it, but I feel like Tony was very narcissistic.
Well, let's get into it.
Go right ahead.
So the topic of the day or the week is girlfriends. And Girlfriends is back on Netflix. And we all seen it the first go around back in like 07, 08, I think came out maybe.
I didn't realize it was only 07.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought it was older.
Yeah. Like 07, 08-ish maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little earlier than that.
No, you're about right. 07, 08.
Yeah, high school.
Because they didn't talk about Obama in the thing, did they?
And Obama
They
was
talked about Bush
08.
a lot.
It might have been ending.
Okay. Well, anyways, so we all watched it the first go round and, it came on Netflix. So now we're watching it as adults, as we are like in our early 30s, like they were in the show.
Mm-hmm.
And that shit hit a little different.
Absolutely.
Of course. Because we're mature now.
Now that we grown.
Yeah.
First time we watched it, some of us, like, we were in college and it was like, oh, like being the black professional woman, it looked all glamorous and shit. Like, oh, they're dating. It made it look like great.
Shit was gonna be sweet,
right? Even though like they had their had their challenges, it just made life in your 30s, late 20s, early 30s seem like
a little more figured out.
And then, okay, what, 10, 15 years later or so, like, no, it's really not. Glamorous. It's not that glamorous in real life. And then watching it, like, some parts to me was hard to watch. Like, I had to stop.
Oh my God. For me, it was like two different scenarios. Well, I guess Joan and Tony's scenario was like an ongoing thing. So it was that. And then it was a point with Lynn that was very hard for me to watch. Do you remember when she was when she first was starting her music thing, and she was dating, I don't know if he was the producer or
Finn.
I don't know if they were like dating for real, but do you remember her like literally like begging him to just acknowledge her presence? That shit made me cringe. It was so hard to watch. Oh my God.
Yeah, I do remember that.
I've never been that person, even then. Not that person now, but just begging him to like just acknowledge, not even just to act right.
Yeah, that's pretty sad.
Me.
And then it's like she was never like that before, but I feel like there's always like a guy that kind of
that brings it out of you.
It may not be like to the point where you're begging, but it's just like that does something to you.
Right, because when you're like really like in love or whatever, in your feelings and lust, I don't know. You find yourself doing some silly shit.
So, what part did you get up to?
So I am the person that didn't want to rewatch Girlfriends because I kind of found them to be a little toxic.
Prior to, like, when you first watched?
No, when I first watched, I didn't know what toxic meant.
Right.
But just knowing now, just like rethinking about it in my mind, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to watch them over again because they're dysfunctional.
Very dysfunctional. I wouldn't say toxic, but definitely dysfunctional. I wouldn't say toxic because I feel like they are women navigating their late 20s, early 30s.
Tony alone was so hard to even like.
I couldn't see being a friend with her, like, ongoing.
She is so annoying. Like, I understand you like a certain lifestyle, and I love it for her because she can afford it. Like, she works hard. She can indulge in whatever she wants, but the way she treated people, the way, like, even her, like, later on in this series, the way she like treated her husband, and she actually kind of loved him. So it was like, why would you treat someone that you love like that? She was kind of disgusting.
That behavior that you just can't get out of them.
She was really
get
gross.
out of you.
Yeah, she was acting, speaking when she was married, she was acting like she didn't need him or really want him. And then that didn't help.
Right.
He's like, did you marry me for me or my money?
Right.
But even on her wedding day, like, it started coming out.
And but that too, like, he knew how she was. So like, I think some things he were like, you know what, I know she's all about money, cool, but it was like she didn't respect him at all. She didn't respect him at all, and he really was like, once they were done, they were done.
Yeah, he really walked away.
He really walked away from that, but
no one to blame but herself.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like that was fair. It's like, because you telling me that you love me and you don't want to be without me, but you're not even really showing me that.
Right. There was no respect in that relationship.
No respect whatsoever.
It was just so gross to watch and that was cringing.
Yeah.
She's
all of the situations that involved Tony were very
She
cringy.
fucked herself up on that, but before that, when she was with Greg and Clay.
Who was Clay?
Clay was he a doctor? Was he a doctor? I think he might have been a doctor, but he had money. And Greg was a starving artist.
I remember,
but he adored her.
Right.
And then she got an STI from Clay, and she thought she gave it to Greg, but luckily she didn't. But she just was like throwing him to the curb and was about to get engaged and married to Clay.
I actually just rewatched that episode today of when he came back for fake. And then he like sent her out to go get like the pumpkin and we're gonna start your own tradition. But he just wanted to get her back.
Mm-hmm. That was she looked distraught. She looked distraught, but she bought it on. She bought it on herself.
Karma.
But that's that narcissism that for you to sit here and think that you can do all of this stuff and I'm just gonna forgive you because that much time hadn't even passed, and it's like I'm just gonna forgive you and we're gonna pick up where we left off. No, so she definitely played herself for that.
But yeah, I couldn't sit around and watch her just talk or listen to her just talk about herself all the time, and then Joan do. That's just Tony. That's just her
Her and Joan, Tony and Joan, oh my God. That was really painful. Especially when they were going through like the therapy and stuff. And when Joan was trying to like break up with her. But Tony was just like, please don't leave me. Like, I need you. Like, it just was like, it was so crazy.
Giggles.
When she, I don't want to say. When she came back with the pumpkin, but she went to Joan's house because she was like, I don't know where to go. And then Joan was like, close the door on her. I was like, damn, Joan.
You thought you should have gave her a pass then? Because I felt like Joan was really good in that moment about
creating her boundaries.
Holding true to her boundaries. Because just because you are having this, because it comes right back to you. It comes right back to you. You're going through this situation with Greg. Now you're over here and I'm supposed to just forget all the shit that we had going on? No.
They also had Joan was like the mom of the group. And I would say that because her house was where everything happened. They never went to anybody else's house. They were always at her house, always eating her food. I'm like, sis.
She was the enabler. But remember when Maya got her house and Maya was like, well, can some shit be at my house?
Oh, yeah. And Joe was not having it.
She was like, yeah. She was like, shit, we did everything for the last 7 years or so at your house. Now I got my own spot. Can we do some shit here?
Nah.
It's like Joan used to throw like jabs on the low, like I'm like
low
no.
key,
yeah,
like
she was,
like,
yeah, she. Wow.
Low key shade.
Like she was, I don't act superior. Like she was superior and she was like better than everyone because she was an attorney. But one thing I did notice that like even though she was an attorney with a busy schedule, she always like made time for like their drama. Like she dropped everything and just made time for what was going on in their lives.
Yeah, somebody asked me recently, who did I think was a better friend? Moesha or Joan, and I said I had to say Joan, just on the strength because even though she was like annoying and she did have some issues within herself as far as being a friend. However, I feel like overall, I feel like she was always there for them,
supportive. Yeah,
she was always supportive, always even with her little jabs or acting superior. So I feel like at the end of the day, she was always there for her friends. Lynn freaking mooched off of her. She let Tony run all over her.
Yeah.
Maya, she was there for Maya. I just feel like
she gave Maya her start as her secretary, let her, climb the ropes. She was supportive for the most part. Yeah. She did do her little jabs.
Yeah, but when they all wanted to do, like, make a major move, it was like, I guess that could be a mom trait, but she's just like, well, you don't have any savings. Like when Tony wanted to start her own company, you don't have any savings. When Maya wanted to do her book, well, I can't relate to this. And when, what did Lynn want to do? Her music career?
Everything.
Or the documentary?
Right. Kind of being a Debbie Downer.
Yeah. And then it's like she had to later come to the realization, but
yeah, I think
she later did her own thing and quit being an attorney and started the J Spot.
Negative Nancy.
Yeah. I don't want to say that's a mom trait because that's not a trait a mom should have.
A mom trait, but I do feel like it's a trait of that person that feels like they are the more, because you figure she probably felt like she was the more responsible or the more mature person, the person who had everything lined up and together. Granted, she was still single. So
like some of the stuff she did say was true.
Yeah.
But that's not what you want to hear in the moment when you're on your high of like, I got all these ideas and shit I want to do. And that's not what you want to hear.
And it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Yeah. She should have been.
She was very judgy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
She should have been more constructive and kind of like show them a way to succeed instead of like, like, no, you can't do it. Do you think her and the girl from Insecure, Molly, have similar traits?
Everybody keeps saying that. Joan
Tony
and
and
Molly,
Molly?
or Tony and Molly? Because I keep hearing people trying to compare
Tony
Molly
and Molly.
and
But
Tony.
in this instant, when I'm thinking about Molly not being supportive of Issa's dreams and kind of being a Debbie Downer, and then Joan kind of being a Debbie Downer when all her friends wanted to, move forward.
I feel like they have a lot of similarities there, but for me, I feel like with Molly, it was more so me just wanting you to stay in a place where you need me. Versus with Joan, it just was her being like, but that don't make sense. Like, that's stupid. I don't feel like it was just like her trying to like crush their dreams or hold them back was because she needed them to need her. I don't think that was the case. Whereas with Molly, I don't think.
Now that you're saying it, I mean, she does. She liked being needy. She liked hosting. I
don't think she likes hosting and doing stuff, but I don't think she likes being needy, because that's the case. She wouldn't have been like, Lynn, you need to get out of my house. You know what I mean?
But then she always let her ass come
Right.
back.
Let her come back.
Right. She
always
let the
her come
door.
back. You're right.
She did end up giving her house.
Mhm.
Well,
She did.
renting her house.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I guess. But what I didn't like about the show, it just seemed like it revolved around chasing a man.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that.
And I had to ask myself, like, damn it, is that how we are? Like with
That's
mostly
definitely-
with Joan, like how she's just like, I gotta be with somebody, I gotta be dating, like, oh my God, I'm never gonna find somebody. I'm like, is that us? I don't think so.
That's definitely not
But it
us.
definitely made me question, like, damn, do we act like that?
It made me think about the writer and her real life.
Oh yeah. But she was happily married at that time. She's happily married.
It wasn't something came out like a little while ago.
A little
and
while
then I
ago.
think I heard that she proposed to her husband the way Joan proposed to Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
That's his name.
Aaron, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, damn, how much of this is like really based on her life? But I just couldn't. I'm like, first of all, it's parts of it. I'm like, I hope we don't act this desperate because this is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
But it just revolved around a man, trying to get a man. I got to get a man. I'm like, seriously?
No,
Who do you think was the person who carried that narrative the most? Though?
Joan.
Oh my God. It was when it was Tony getting married and her and Ellis were back and forth from one city to the next city. That was ridiculous. I would never. I'll see you when I get back.
Yeah.
Like, that was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
But she self-sabotaged a lot. She put a lot on those guys. Like, you expecting to get married in a year?
Right.
Like, let it just be. Let it just flow. Like, she really was pressuring them.
Just like with Aaron when she decided to propose to him. It was like, and then 2 days later realized how dumb you were. Like, sis, why did you do that? All you had to do was just be
patient.
A little bit more patient. A little more
Then
patient.
he ended up was going to propose
You
anyway
already
in a
in the
very
works.
beautiful way.
Exactly. And you over here doing the most. But I watched it, honestly, for every 4 people, I'm just like, that's so-and-so. I can see a little so-and-so here. That's so-and-so. That's something somebody else to do. I can literally see pieces of us and the people that we are associated with in every character in different scenarios.
I don't know who I could say Lynn would be like.
I don't know who Lynn would be like. I do recall there being like certain things she would do or say and ways that she would act. I'm like, okay, I can see that. But her character overall, nah.
Listen, I
don't know.
It's definitely not us. I don't see us in any of the characters.
You don't?
Nope, not at all.
Because I see you.
Well, who do you see her in?
I see her in Joan. I seen her in everybody. But
seriously,
everybody? But mostly Joan. But with the whole, it just made, not you per se, but it like made me think about you. Like, say, for example, Joan's 90-day rule. It made me think about you.
I don't really have a 90-day
I know.
rule.
You don't have a 90-day rule, but I don't know. It just, certain things made me think about you. Like, I can see Becca and Joan, too, with the hosting thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's literally, if you look at everything and not just, like, the bad stuff, it's a piece of everybody in every character. Except for Lynn, because I really
claim
don't.
that, but
I really don't know about Lynn.
Joan was a little controlling.
yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't claim that, but I wanted to say that, like, I don't see us being driven by like being with a man. We're more driven like success. Success is like our biggest drive. Like, our dreams, what we want to do. I think that's the center point. of our focus. However, niggas just be coming along for the ride. That be the subtitle.
When I'm thinking
about the main.
When I'm saying seeing pieces of us, everybody, that wasn't one of them at all.
Yeah, we definitely
our
focus are definitely not on niggas.
Because I don't think that.
Yeah, I just did not like. I'm like, I mean, I guess we were young. I'm like, how did we miss that part when we was younger? But I hated that. Like, really, it's all about the man. You are successful.
It was obsessed. It was
obsessive. Yes,
it was obsessive.
Like, you are successful an attorney. Like, you have your own lounge restaurant now. But all you could, like, yes, most of us grew up saying I wanted to be a mother or I wanted to be a wife.
Yeah,
but she like obsessed about it.
Like, even to the point of like you being mad or feeling type of way because your best friend's getting married. Like, no, like,
I've been in a few weddings.
Right. I want to get married. Yeah, absolutely. But I cannot see myself being mad because you got married first or feeling type of way because you got married first.
But she didn't hide it well at all.
Like, to the point where your man even knew that you was feeling type of way. Like,
and that is shady. Like, you're not happy that your friend is like, you're not.
'Cause it's not you.
Yeah, that is shady. Yeah. Like, that's sad. Because then you're not really a good friend. If
right,
you're not,
in that sense, now you a little narcissistic too.
Right.
It's not you, so you're not happy.
Because in my eyes, I'd be thinking about, like, I'm getting married. Like,
and you want to fuck up your own shit.
That's how we think.
Yeah.
That's how we think. Like, it's your wedding is over.
Yeah.
Like, it's your birthday. It's everybody's birthday.
Like, I need that energy to rub off on me.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, it was definitely excessive. And that really made me cringe because I don't think I know I've never been like that about guys.
No,
it's not that deep.
But we didn't.
It's men, like, it's niggas everywhere.
Yeah,
but I can say, like, they made it look glamorous, but the men that they were dating, most of the men were eligible, like they were quality. We can't say that around here.
So I was gonna say, as far as the dating go, they did make dating look very glamorous.
They did,
and like there was a lot of options and
places to go. Like, them niggas went out all the damn time.
And they must have had money to go those places.
Right.
Over here it's kind of trash.
Slim pickings.
Yeah. The niggas and the places to go.
True indeed. But yes, I'm like, that was LA too. But I'm like, they made dating seem like they would get men like this.
Yeah.
It made it seem glamorous.
We didn't talk about Maya, the underdog. I feel like Maya was kind of like the underdog, the roundaway girl. She was kind of out of her element.
She was younger than them by a few years.
Yeah, she was kind of out of her.
Yeah, she was like 25 when they were like turning like 30.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She was a single. She was the only one that was a mom for a while.
For a while.
That's why when I'm asked like who I relate to, I don't think I relate to any one particular person, but if I had to pick somebody, I would say Maya on the strength of being the young mom and the only mom at the time. Like when she found when Jabari was getting older.
And she found the MySpace page?
Right, she found the MySpace page and then she discovered that he was like looking at porn and stuff like that. I'm just like, this is about to be me.
You guys already have interesting conversations.
Prepare yourself. But like as the series went on, the dynamic of Joan and Tony switched, I feel like.
In what way?
Like Joan became like the successful, not that Tony wasn't successful, but like J-Spot was popping.
Oh yeah.
And that's when she started getting invited to shit.
Right, because she did have that moment where she was like
feeling herself.
All that attention that she was getting. She was the it girl.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. They definitely shifted.
I felt like they kind of switched places and Tony kind of felt left out.
And she also became a mom too. So that brings you back to, we were talking about it before, I think on our Baby on Board episode about when you becoming like the mom, a new mom in the group and you're, granted, Maya had Jabari,
yes.
Jaboo. But it is like now I'm a new mom. Nobody else really has kids, quote unquote, because she got an infant, she got a teenager, so she's technically child free. So I think that was part of it too. Is like trying to navigate those roles changing and not being able to do what you normally would do with your friends,
right? But Joan wasn't there as much as she used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I feel like that was inevitable. Because they was already about to not be friends. Like that friendship.
Yeah,
that's true.
It should have been ended, and I feel like because it didn't end when it should have, that's why they ended up
causing a rift in their relationship. Because like, I think she was supposed to watch the baby, but she was out buying a new car.
It was that. It was her supposed to be at the court when Tony was going to court.
Her last episode there, yeah.
And she didn't show up at court.
Because she was drunk as fuck at a party by her damn self.
Which was insane. Like, nigga slept outside.
Fuck the car, the Porsches in the pool.
But do you feel... So I feel like... I want to say more understanding because it's not like Joan was in like a situation that was... It was an irresponsible situation. So I want to say more understanding. But do you think Tony was... Do you think that should have ended their friendship? Because you figured that was like the moment where they really stopped being friends when she didn't show up for her at court. Do you feel like that should have been the moment when there were so many times that Tony had let Joan down?
Do I think it should have ended it? Yeah.
You know, lots of friendship have an expiration date, and I think sometimes we keep it going because of the longevity, or that's
just like a relationship when you stay in one for too long.
Yeah,
because
you're just
like,
comfortable.
I so many years because that Joan kept saying like, everybody's trying to tell me I got to get over my friend. We've been friends for all this time. Like she helped me when I was freaking starting elementary school or something like that. Like holding on to that stuff.
Because
I get it.
The seasons shift and you guys grow in two different directions. And sometimes you can't, and you have a new mindset and you can't bring everyone along with you. But you kind of change your shifting when you do bring people along with you because things don't always go so well. Because now your mindset has changed because you're bringing that old way of thinking into a new atmosphere.
But with that situation, it was like Tony really needed her. That was supposed to be her character witness, and you let her down. Like that's something, and she could have lost her daughter.
Right.
That's a real important situation. But prior to that, Joan has already shown pattern or behaviors where she's unreliable now. So, and that was like the final. Clearly, it was the final straw that broke the camel's back. And so, yeah, I think it was justifiable.
Yeah, and I think their relationship was because all relationships, friendships have their issues, but their friendship was just
volatile.
bad.
Like it was,
a
lot of up and down.
Too many ups and downs. It was like nonstop. I just felt like at one point in the series, it just was like nonstop chaos with the two of them. So
yeah.
Like remember, she tried to sleep with her man.
And from there, because that's where it all started. It was that, and then that's when Joan went to started going to therapy to talk. Honestly, I feel like if we get to the point where now I got to go to therapy about our friendship, like you're not even my man. We're not even sleeping together.
Right. Well, we went to therapy.
I'm about to say,
yeah, but I feel like we went to therapy to navigate friendship and business. Like you were going because you going because you don't know how to handle your friend. This needs to end. You're going because you don't know how to handle it. You know it needs to end, but then you don't end it.
Right.
Or
you
don't
lie about ending it.
True.
You lie about ending it.
I mean, I think you go to therapy to see if it's worth saving. Like, okay, you feel like you and your friend need to go to therapy, fine, go to therapy. But in therapy, just like with marriage counseling, figure out if it's worth saving.
But she knew it wasn't. That's my thing. Is like, why not just end it there rather than continuing on a relationship and now you becoming the bad friend?
But she was only going by herself, right?
At first. And then they were...
When she found out she was going to therapy, then Tony tried to come.
Right.
But I feel like that wasn't
missing it.
No, when you both want to go, that means you're both putting forth effort.
Right.
So I feel like it was kind of still one-sided.
Right. Because I feel like Joan knew when she first was going, she knew that it needed to end. She just wasn't brave enough
to do it. Yeah.
Until she got to that point because the only reason why she ended up not doing her is because she told her boss about the dude with the sex addiction.
Oh, yeah.
Because Tony was her crutch.
I think they were a crutch for both of each other.
Yeah, they were each other's crutch, and they didn't want to live life without their crutch.
Because, like I said, when Joan was finally trying to end it, and then Tony's like, no, please don't leave me. Like, they were both each other's crutch. Because Joan, for you to bring up the fact that she was there for me when I was new and nobody wanted to be my friend, is like...
Right.
Is that all you're holding on to?
Right.
Like, okay, so after that whole situation, they went to, can't remember, but when they went to church.
Mm-hmm. That was after the whole going to therapy and all that stuff.
So they went to church and Joan still wasn't fucking with her. But I guess she seen her, at the altar. So she assumed or she thought that she was going to be a better person afterwards.
I did too.
Right. But she didn't. Like, it lasted a little bit. It lasted, but then you ain't hear nothing about no more baby Jesus and nothing like.
Right.
She didn't lay it all at the altar.
No,
she picked
I guess
some back up.
Because you know what it was? It was she was down and out. Mm-hmm. So then she went to Christ. Mm-hmm. When she got back up, she left a nigga hanging.
That's how it be. Because I feel like Tony was trying in the beginning, but not hard enough because she quickly went back to her old ways. I don't feel like she was as bad. Like in the earlier parts of the series, I don't feel like she was as bad.
I felt like she only got somewhat better after she had the baby.
Yeah, I feel like she got a little bit better once the baby came, but I still feel like that relationship should have ended then. Because then even when the baby came, it was like Joan was like the godmother, but she wasn't around.
Right.
Well, when she came one day for maybe like a few hours, but that wasn't enough. Like I don't know what Tony was expecting or looking for from Joan at that point. Like she did come over. She stayed for a few hours.
I think that was the narcissism kicking in. Cause what else? Like I'm here. I've been here for a few hours. Like you are the mom, not me. Like it's not my responsibility to stay here.
I don't know what she was looking for or expecting.
I think she just wanted her to have her back. Like all those sessions at Joan's house when they're like all there all day. She just probably wanted reciprocated. Like stay here with me. Like hold me down. Be my rock or whatever.
Possibly.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
A very weird.
When I was watching, I'm like, rolling my eyes. Like, do I have to? Like, I don't want to watch this show.
It took me a few weeks to watch it, but I was watching it mostly at work.
To watch it. And like I said, even when we watched, finally got through it, but there's plenty of episodes I did not see because I was probably asleep and it was watching me.
I watched every single one of them. It was mad it ended the way it did.
Yeah,
mad abrupt.
It was so abrupt. Like I would like to have seen because Aaron was coming home when it ended, right? He was coming home from service. So I would have liked to see
closure. Like to see her finally get married. Remember she had a box of mad wedding dresses and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
I've never been. I've always as a kid, you think about being a mom and getting married, but I've never been to the point of I got a whole wedding book and a box and I done planned it. I planned my wedding once because I was in a marriage preparation class. Other than that was never a thing for me.
What moment I just thought about? So, do you remember when Maya became an authorist? Mm-hmm. And
oh hell yes!
And Lynn wanted to be a part of panel. The way she handled that situation.
The way Maya handled it?
Yes.
It was bad.
Horrible.
It was bad.
She was like, well, what do? You don't do anything.
Yeah. It was bad. But I feel like they kind of talk to each other like that a lot. Like with Maya, the little...
Down, each...
Because what you're saying is true, but again, it's how you say stuff. She could have handled that way better.
So do we think, was there a difference between Sex and the City girlfriends and girlfriends? Because I tried to think, because I can deal with watching Sex and the City perfectly fine. I loved it, but I really can't watch Girlfriends.
Yes.
Well, I feel
there's a difference.
Yeah. And I feel with,
first of all, they didn't the shade. I don't know if that's just a black thing.
That's what I'm saying. I don't
because they didn't do the shade.
They didn't do the shade. Of, friendship
conflict.
Yeah, they did. They had the issue with Miranda and Carrie when Miranda basically told Big not to,
But that was the movie.
That was the movie. They had a few in the show.
Yeah,
they had a few, but I feel they didn't have as many big issues amongst themselves.
And when they did, they kind of talked it out. But their conflict was more dumb. I don't know. It's more decision making. I made a decision and
you're not happy with the decision I made.
Yeah. More so like that.
Sex and the City.
Yeah. And it wasn't too much financial conflict because they all pretty much had money. But there was one episode when Charlotte
Dan offered money for her to buy her apartment back.
Carrie. And everybody else offered Carrie the money, but Charlotte. And she was just like, money and friendship doesn't mix.
Well, that happened with Joan and Tony.
Yeah. It doesn't mix. So they didn't really have too much, like, they had boy drama, and they were very supportive about boy drama.
I don't feel like they were as... So, you know, the big thing was with them was dating and sex, too. But I don't feel like it was as obsessive.
The only one that was obsessed with getting married was Charlotte.
Yes.
Right.
But that was her life mission.
She wasn't as bad as Joan.
I don't think so at all.
So what does that say about...
I feel like it's still the same. I think it's just cultural differences. Like, they're black, they're white. I just feel like it's just cultural differences that play a part as well.
What does that say about us?
Yeah, because it made, like, I mean, in comparison, it made us look kind of like very toxic. Like our relationships with each other look very toxic.
Was it but it's not around the same time period though, right? Sex and the City was before.
Sex and the City had quite a few seasons.
It probably was on air. Oh wait. 07. Yeah, they probably was on air around the same time, but
they had already been
been on air. Yeah. They were way in the game.
Damn, now that you
because around 07, probably the movie was.
Yeah, the movie came out.
Yeah,
yes, you're right.
I remember that.
Because that was a big to do.
I was watching the Sex and the City movie with my mother and my boyfriend at the time. And the sex scene came on, awkward as fuck.
Which one was that? What sex scene?
In the first movie, it might have been the Miranda sex scene when they got back together.
Oh, yeah. The t-shirt. Oh, just get over it. Why don't you?
No, the one when they got back together.
Oh, when they got back together. Okay.
But it was just awkward. It was like...
Now that you brought that up, it do make it seem like, damn, we do look kind of bad.
Why? Because we're not... Why?
Because it does, like, when you could look at the two,
yeah,
it does seem like we were way more toxic than they are.
I mean, they were a successful group of women. These were a successful group of women, but their relationships with each other.
Sex and the City, they were older too.
Yeah.
Could you figure girlfriends, they were late 20s, early 30s. Sex and the City, I feel like they were early 30s to mid.
Yeah. They weren't in their 40s. They weren't in their 40s
to the
movie.
They were already in their 30s. Because we watched Joan turn 30.
Yeah. They might have been in their late 20s. Samantha's older than them. Like maybe a few years older than them. I don't know.
I don't remember like them saying their ages either.
I remember they had like a 35th for Carrie.
Okay.
Oh yes.
I don't remember them really saying their ages.
Charlotte was like,
birthdays.
I'm like 35. I'm tired of dating already.
Okay, so who was the boyfriend around that time? 35.
For Carrie?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know for Carrie.
Okay, so I can't tell.
She's like, I'm reproductively challenged.
Right, I remember that. Yeah, they I don't think they talked about it a lot, but they were definitely like early to mid 30s. So but maybe that makes a difference too.
They still didn't have their ish together. Like Carrie was still a struggling newspaper column writer.
No,
Charlotte was still volunteering.
But she had money. She had family money.
Did she ever find a real job?
She was a curator, but that was something to do because that's what she liked to do, but not what she needed to do. She had family money.
Miranda and Samantha was the only one that had real stable jobs,
making real money.
Right. Carrie just had the cute apartment and was a shopaholic,
and her finances weren't in order.
No, and Charlotte had money, like regardless of what she did.
Right,
she just woke up with money.
Mm-hmm.
She had
married money
she
too.
Married into it,
right?
The first time and the second time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So.
We gotta get it together.
I don't. Now we comparing. I don't like the way that black women look. Right. But I love Sex and the City.
I do too. I can always watch reruns of that.
Yeah, me too. And
always.
And it's kind of sad because I won't watch Girlfriends.
Yeah, I wouldn't go back. I only watched it because it was on Netflix. And like I said, it took me so long to get through it.
So the evolution of black female I'm about to say podcasts, like sitcoms. Like we had what what we talking about, girlfriends, and now we got like Insecure. How do you think they like? Because we just saying like, oh, they didn't make black women look good. So how do we feel about Insecure now? Do we feel like we were being represented well?
I think absolutely. I feel like Insecure represents millennials as a whole, men and women.
Yeah. Actually, Insecure is right on cue on how our lives are going.
I feel like it's way more relatable than Girlfriends.
Yeah. It's right on cue. Like everything they go through, I feel like we've gone through it.
How old are they Insecure?
Everything.
They're our age now?
They're like our age. I feel like everything, like I said, men, women, like as a whole, I feel like it does a really good job of just showing like what we as millennials are dealing with on a day-to-day basis.
I dig it. Representation matters.
Representation does matter.
And, you black writers out there, please show us in a good light. I mean, I feel like...
You could be honest too, but
be honest.
Don't beat us up. We get beat up every day, all day.
There's enough.
So just
there's enough
lift us up in your light.
Shows and movies that don't put us in a great light. We have enough of that.
Right. Be honest, but I feel like romanticize us a little bit too.
Yeah.
That's what I liked about The Photograph. Like as a black love story, I feel like it was a really good black love story that didn't involve mad drama,
right?
Baby mamas,
right? None of that.
Like none of that.
None of that.
It was just
two
nice.
Successful
like
people.
There was an issue, but it wasn't
handled well.
It was just nice.
Yeah, I agree.
And I was just thinking about that movie earlier. I was like, it was nice to see that it wasn't the guy that fucked up. Like he didn't tell her, but the way she handled it, wasn't the greatest. And then she went to follow him, went to go get him. So it was a nice change of pace. Nice, nice to see something else, but. Put us in a good light, but also I'm loving the diversity of like the black experience, of showcasing the black experience, because it's not all great, but I do like what's the girl name, Lena. I like what she's doing now, and
what show did Lena write?
She has
something on BET.
Okay,
and it's something. Does she have something on Netflix? She had a couple things out because there's something I just was saying I wanted to start watching, but she's still pretty new.
Producing
and stuff.
There's a few. Ava, she's doing her thing. She's a storyteller.
Absolutely.
But yes, keep us in a good light. Keep it honest. Positive vibe.
Yes, I have a positive vibe. I'm big on the power of the tongue. So your life will go wherever your words lead it. Be careful what you speak over your life, yourself. So be mindful what you say. I always say think 3 times before you speak once. And just speak positivity over your circumstances, over your life, over your friends. Also, another thing, like, I got crowned the plug not too long ago, and when I thought about it, when I got home, like I really mentioned my friends' names in rooms that wouldn't be mentioned, and I always try to put my friends together. I'm like, oh yeah, my friend Danny could do that. Like, oh yeah, Charles got this. Like, I always put people together. So always be mindful of your friends and connect people with your friends. If you know your friends do something dope, put them in contact with somebody else.
Everybody
be the plug.
Eats B.
Right. Everybody eats B. Be the plug. So that's my positive vibe of the week.
Speak positivity.
That was your positive vibe because you just realized you the plug.
No, but first was speak positivity. Also, I also saw another thing that said speak. Put your friends in.
Mention your friends' names and rooms
that they would never be mentioned in. Right. So that made me think of how I connected so many people when Renee actually mentioned it. I was like, oh yeah, I did connect Haley and Julie because she was the first girl for photo shooting, and then Renee did my hair. So. And then Danny styled one of the photo shoots. I didn't even think of that. So it just made me think, Yep,
absolutely. I know I seen something recently that was like, I like, or share your friend's stuff without them knowing you shared it. Or something like that.
Or tagging them.
Yeah. And I was like, I appreciate that so much. Because it doesn't have to be performative.
Yeah.
Like, just do it because that's what you want to do.
And even like, just do it. And even your friend don't even have to follow like what you did. Like, say if I tag you in a post or something, I'm just bringing it to your attention.
Right.
If you don't want to go through with it, that's fine.
Right.
But I'm just letting you know.
You doing your part.
I'm thinking about you.
Yeah, this looks like something that you might be interested in.
Right.
Or whatever.
Absolutely.
You're doing your part.
Yes. Don't be a Debbie Downer. Pick up your friends.
Big up your friends.
Because when they win, you win, and vice
you
versa.
automatically win. Trust me.
Big facts. Big facts.
God
Trust
will bless
me.
you.
Yes.
That was good.
That was cute.
We're signing off. Alrighty.
We love you guys. Toodles.
Bye.
Bye.
Deuces.